Maybe I can resurrect that one. Let me think about this. Ah, it's got to be an A chord there, huh? I don't think I put that one on my Christmas album. I should have, but that was one I remember playing back at Macy's in 1984 when I was starting my Christmas career that began at Macy's. I'll save that story for another day if you haven't already heard it. It is Friday, December 20th. We're closing in on Christmas week. And sitting here in the living room, which is where I shot a lot of the really early videos. So if you find old videos, they are in front of like this fireplace. I didn't usually have the fire going. It's a little chilly out there, but it's a little warm for me. And right next to me is my grandson's truck and Christmas tree. And what else is around here? Got a lot of little ornaments. You can't see them. They're up on the mantle there. But yeah, my wife Nani went too. We got some gnomes over there, about 8 or 10 of them sitting on the piano, and Christmas tree over there. I've shot stuff in front of the tree before at the this time of year. Figured today, fireplace for as long as I can take it. It's getting a little warm right here. Speaking of old videos, boy, I got a really interesting message from somebody through our support system the other day that was thanking us for having closed captioning now on our videos, which I had no idea we did. And did a little research, and because this person had said that I talk too fast, which is certainly possible. And I think there were you'd have to use something like Vidami to slow down our videos. So if you've got Vidami, you can slow it down and hear it at 90% or something like that. But now with the closed captioning, which is of course done by AI, so there's going to be mistakes in it. But it only goes back to, they started doing this in May of 2022, I think I read, and that means videos uploaded before that don't have it. But everything in the last year and a half from then till now and going forward has them. But they did say if there's a specific video you'd like us, what we'd have to do is re-upload old videos to get the captioning working. So if you're interested, if there's a lesson you've been having trouble with and you really like to see what I'm saying, or what anybody's saying, whether it's Max or Nesh or speaking of, okay, anyway, one thought at a time. Slow down. But if there's an old lesson that that you think would really benefit or would help you for if it were captioned, let us know, and we'll see if we can get the support staff on that, because I think it could be a very cool thing. Speaking of Nesh, we got 2 crowded house lessons this week, and I hope you've seen them. And I think there's 1 or 2 more in the pipeline. So that was the new stuff this week. Couple crowded house lessons. Better be home soon, and Weather with You, I believe. Yes, pretty sure that was what they were. And I've been thinking about doing like another couple Christmas tunes, but I got sidetracked doing other stuff. And what did end up happening, well, a great post on the forum just the other day, or just I think it was actually just this morning. Again, it's still Friday, just barely around noon around my time now. Was a thought about doing "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," which I ended my Christmas album with back in, what year was that? 1988, I believe. I think so, 88 or 89. Anyway, and it closed. I've told this story before because it's a long medley. It's like a 9-minute medley. It starts off with. Oh, it's an F chord. And started off with that, with "I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day." I think "Old Lang Syne" is probably in there. I need an F in there. Yeah, the D with F sharp in the bass wasn't the right thing. Anyway, so it's this very long medley that ends with "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," which I'll play in a minute, or maybe at the end. Depends on how long this story goes on. But this was making my first album, right? I was in the recording studio recording all these Christmas medleys that I'd thrown together, a ton of which you heard last week if you were with me last week, and I think, man, I played about 10 of them last week, but included in my ragtimey ones, "God Rest You Merry Gentlemen," "Hark the Herald Angels Sing," and stuff like that. And I was ready to record this was also in kind of the days before Pro Tools and digital editing was available. And so as I was recording this whole thing, I'm down to the last tune, and it's going to be this 9-minute medley, right? And it's going to end with "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." And as I'm getting down into the last 30 seconds of it, it's going to have this really delicate ending, probably with a couple of harmonics or something like that. I can't exactly remember how I ended it now, but the point of this is that as I was doing this, my head is just starting to race because I'm thinking, oh my God, you're almost done with this album. You know, you're going to be finished in so minutes. If you don't make a mistake now, this take has gone, and this was the only take there was. This take has just gone exactly the way you wanted it, and so I'm playing this really delicate little tune, and my heart is pumping, and I'm getting so anxious about like messing up now because it means redoing the whole 9 minutes. Again, later on, a couple of years later, it was totally reasonable to punch in something and make it work. But so I end up hitting the notes, and just before I had a heart attack, I think, and remember thinking, oh man, this is great. What a relief. I finished my first album, but it was also these Christmas tunes that I've been playing for a long time. And so then I kind of forgot about it. We sent the tapes off to be mastered and printing cassettes. And I don't think the first year we even did CDs. I think it was just cassettes. Might have been CDs. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point is, a few months later, when I got the recording and was listening to it to see how it came out, I'm listening to this tune to the "Have Yourself a Merry," the starts off with "I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day." There are two different versions of "I Heard the Bells" in this as well. So, and this album is still available at our retail site at joplininsweeney.com if you want to check it out. But the point of this story is that as I'm listening to this piece, I'm getting anxious again, thinking, oh my God, it's getting near the end. You're going to mess it up. You're going to mess it up. It took me like a year or two to be able to listen to that and forget about the fact of, to not have this flashback to the terrifying moments I was playing it in the studio. Anyway, so with that, I was going to end with this, but I got one. No, you know what? I got another song's been running through my head because as I was playing music in the house the other day, this one came on, and I thought, wow, this would make a great tune. This was Leon Redbone's version of this. I think Bing Crosby might have done it first. Frank Sinatra. Oh boy, I don't know if I don't think I actually figured out the chords yet. Hang on a second. Let me. Okay, that's how it goes. I forget that secondary dominant twice. Yeah. Okay, anyway, so that's one I should put together for next year too. There's no place like home for the holidays. A line taken right from. Where's it gonna go? Anyway, different tune. And I've recorded that too. That happens to be on yesterday's news. Okay, to wrap this up, and I'll probably be back next week. I'm not sure what's going on. We'll still be in December. We got one more Friday in December. Must be the 27th. Ooh, got a few things on the calendar for that day, but I'll try to come back. So Stephen brought up a great suggestion, and that was putting together a solo version of "I'll Be Home for Christmas," of "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." I think last week I played "I'll Be Home," right? But so as best as I can remember, oh man, that's really not good grammar, huh? Forget it. The grammar police are going to have to suffer through that, and the closed captioning people, or the AI, the bot that does the closed captioning, will have to put that in there and flag it as a grammar offense. Write me a ticket. All right, let's see if I can resurrect this and wrap up today's update with it. Something like that. It was an A minor. And a D minor with an E in the melody. So a little rusty on the ending, but wow. Okay, something else just occurred to me before I sign off, and that was an unlikely, completely unplanned coincidence between and this. I'll let you solve that puzzle and talk about it next week. I hope everybody has a great Christmas week and gets to spend some time with family. Looking forward to, we had our grandson here last night. Did this really cool caroling party. Had 50 people singing Christmas carols while I strummed through. We went through about 20 songs or so, 15 or 20 songs. Pretty fun in the backyard across the street. Every year, my neighbor does that, and she thinks it's an imposition on me, but it really is fun. Strumming along, playing chords, and having a bunch of people singing tunes. That's it. I hope everybody has a great week, and I hope to see you next week.